Yeah, exactly.
If it's not wrong by the law, then it's just what's the word? It's
Morally
just wrong
wrong.
in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, morally wrong. That's it. It may not be law wrong, but it's morally wrong. Like, why would you do that?
Exactly.
Sorry about the darkness, but I just got to address a few things that have happened on my recent video. So we had people commenting saying horrible things again, and first of all I'd like to state a law that it is paedophilia to have pictures of shirtless boys on your phone, because we're under 16 in this country, and in USA, as you guys said, it's 18 in most states, so that's even worse. So that's one thing. The second thing is people are telling us that we haven't actually got many problems in life, and you can't just assume that about us, because we haven't assumed that about you, and it's disgusting really, because you're not telling the truth. I already said about Ruben. I opened up about him and problems he's got in his life at the moment. Brad's dad moved to Australia when Brad was about 7 or 8 years old, I don't know when it was, and Brad didn't see him for about 5 years. That's a problem. I struggle with moderately severe anxiety, which is the second from the highest, and I struggle with that every single day, and you cannot tell me I do not have problems, because I do. Ethan has had family illness problems before. I could name something about everyone on our roster that you wouldn't want to hear, but it's true. And someone commented saying Brad needs to grow up and think about bigger things in life, such as cancer, illness. How is he going to cope with all that? Well, first of all, I can tell you that one of his relatives has had cancer before, and guess what? He coped with it, so you can't say anything like that. Illness, like you can't. Brad can't deal with any of that. He already has had problems like that, and he dealt with them, and so is Ethan. It's ridiculous that you're even making false claims like this, that it just shouldn't be made, because you know nothing about us. But I had to make this video because it was really offending Brad and me that you quickly assume stuff. And for anyone that I did delete your comments, I think they deserve to be deleted, because you're going against a law, by the way, so police could look at that, and you're going against the law of paedophilia in this country. You're going against it by saying it's not right, and I disabled comments for a little bit. They've been enabled again now, but it's honestly disgusting, the things that you're saying now. And thank you to all the guys that have actually been genuinely nice, but to the other ones, you're vile, and you deserve everything you're getting by our fans. So any fan that goes against what I've just said here today, I'm going to block you. You can remove yourself from this channel. I don't want to ever see you on here again. So I'm going to start off by commentating over this comment. And newsflash, when you have a crush on someone, you do silly things like look at their moles. I'm just going to judge that sentence. No, you don't. I don't know what planet you live on, but when I have a crush on someone, I don't exactly count their moles. I think that is a bit odd. There is a TV show that plays on a channel in the US about a high school, and the girl that crushes on the guy is obsessed with counting his, whatever that is, cuticles. Again, number one, we're not in the US. The culture is completely different. Okay, I can guarantee you that. When I did a collab with BYW, they couldn't believe the difference between us and them. You need to understand, we're not US, and even in US, that's still really odd. Okay, don't watch that TV show. That no one should think that is right. That is not right. And in this country, it's not right. People commenting from our country on the video are saying, no, that's not right. But people from the US are like, yeah, that's fine. You need to understand that's different. It's different here. And it should not be, like, acceptable to count someone's moles and be like, yeah, that's really nice. It's odd, so stop it. And for people saying that we're bullying Samantha, okay, you need to understand sarcasm. In the UK, we're just a bunch of lads that want to laugh, and sarcasm is extreme. We use sarcasm every single day, and in commentary, I can't remember the last time I didn't use sarcasm. Like when I go, oh, that's a sick move, that's an advantage of, that's a example of sarcasm, when it's actually a terrible move. No one in the USA understands that for some reason. No one understands sarcasm. Look it up, okay, find the definition of sarcasm, and you'll understand the jokes we're making. We're having a laugh with Samantha. She was still commenting saying, I really love the commentary. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, we were just having a laugh that she fancied Brad, and I'm saying this exact same guy said, "Oh, it's Brad just embarrassed to have someone who has a crush on him that's a loser or unpopular." I don't know if she's a loser. I don't know her in person for a start. And second of all, that doesn't happen in our country either. We don't just disregard people because they're not as popular as us. First of all, in our school, okay, we're not popular. People find us cringy and all that because of the videos we make, which is understandable. But I don't know if if in US that you're found cool for doing wrestling videos and stuff, but that's the complete opposite here. So if anything, we're the exact same popularity level as Samantha. And, okay, you cannot say anything about bullying, yeah, because if you go back on our channel, you'll find these old like vlogging videos we used to do, and they are cringy. Like, even looking back on them now, it makes myself cringe. And we got bullied then. You cannot tell me we didn't. You don't know me. Okay, I did, alright? Because it's not a cool thing to do. It might be in your country, but it's not here. Okay, so you can't say anything about bullying. We're not bullying. It's called being sarcastic. But I'm going to show you a load of comments now and stuff that I've been sent that is different. Maybe it's a lot worse than what Samantha said. Like, people are saying, oh, it's not even that bad. Wait until you see these comments, and then you'll realise it's bad. And Samantha is nothing compared to this. So, here we go. Alright, so there is one I wanted to show you lot, but I couldn't because it's so disgusting. I didn't want it on my channel, plus I deleted the comments, so I don't have it anyway. But it's from Tom's Phone, and any other backyard wrestling channel will know what I'm on about anyway. But let's get into the first comment. Yeah, just read through this and you'll understand. We've had loads of requests like this in the past. It's disgusting. Just read it. So let's have a chat about that one. You'll have to go back and read it to understand what I'm about to say. So please do not tell me that that wasn't an odd comment, okay? Yeah, it's kind of obvious that this guy is a bit weird, and I didn't really want to be involved with him, so I did end up deleting the comment, but you cannot tell me that isn't weird. And again, we're under 16, which is illegal in our country, and under 18 in America in most states. So it's really odd, okay? You cannot just ask us to do that. That was so obvious that this guy is, you know, a bit strange. Okay, so don't tell me he's not. Don't tell me he's a genuine person. Alright, I don't want to be horrible, but you cannot ask people at a young age to do stuff like that just for your own pleasure. We don't make our channel for anyone's pleasure. We do it for a completely different reason. We make our channel for entertainment, for for people to watch for wrestling entertainment. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. So this one was on Instagram. It was a while ago. It was in July, and this guy asked us to fight in our underpants, which is obviously, again, weird. Okay, so read through this and I'll talk about it in a second. Alright, so again, you'll have to read that to understand what I'm about to say. But this guy, when you go on his Instagram account, you can see he's about 30 years old. Again, that's weird because we're under 16 and, you know, or 18 in the USA, as I said before. So it's odd, and you can tell there. Again, people don't tell me that it's not for pleasure purposes. Don't tell me he's a genuine person, because it's obvious that he's not. He's clearly some sort of, you know, weirdo. Okay, so yeah, that's odd. Let's move on to the next one, which is even worse. So I'm going to read through this email. First of all, he put, "I'm Mark from Oxford. I got your email address from your reply to my comment on one of your YouTube match videos. You guys are great. Impressive WWE style," whatever that says, "on the small trampoline." But listen to what he says next. Alright, so he went on to say, "I'm a big pro/WWE wrestling fan myself. I particularly love matches where I, as the older heel, I just turned 35 2 weeks ago, completely squash a younger, smaller jobber boy. Totally one-sided, lots of holds and fake KO finishes with pin counts where I pull the jobbers." Yeah, I can't be bothered to read the rest, right? But you get the picture. This is odd, okay? It does get worse, though. Right, so he's clearly coming up with the idea that he wants us to come and film a match with him where he completely destroys us, which is a bit odd considering he's 35 years old. Obviously, I was going to say no to this, but I thought I'd ask him a few more questions just to, you know, prove that this guy is a bit odd. Anyway, let's get into it. Anyway, it was obvious here, before we get into the questions, that he wanted me to come and meet him, because he said, "Would you or Brad, or both of you guys, as a tag team in a handicap match, be prepared to have a match like that with me sometime? Don't mind paying you something for it if you otherwise wouldn't." So, yeah, it's obvious, but let's get into the questions. Obviously, don't get the wrong idea. Obviously, I was never, ever, ever considering this. I was literally just asking the question that I'd rather our parents to be there, because if he said no to that, he's clearly, you know, going to use it for pleasure purposes, and I don't. It's odd, and should be illegal to do this sort of thing. So I just asked him that question, and let's see his response. Okay, so would your parents have to watch the whole match? What would be the best venue, where you live or a hotel or something? So this guy is offering us to come up to his hotel, and he also said, would your parents have to watch the whole match? Like, he clearly wants them to be out of the picture and just have us there, which is obviously weird. And you guys cannot tell me it's not. Although he hasn't said anything absolutely disgusting, nobody is going to. He's clearly hinted something, and I don't want to speak about it anymore. But I'm going to stop with all the comments about this. I'm going to show some comments on our last video that were vile, and I'm basically going to review them without being too horrible and show you the truth. Alright, so here, this guy commented saying, dude, that's because you're deleting comments that disagree with you, lol. First of all, I know I did that. I'm sorry for doing that. I got really angry last night and deleted some comments I didn't like. Total overreaction. Brad can't take a compliment. I need to say about this because it isn't a compliment when someone says, I dream about you every night, I count your moles, and I watch you sleep, and all this sort of stuff. They went and screenshotted a video of Brad sleeping, okay? I'm not trying to be horrible, but I don't think that's normal. And I don't think any of my mates I've spoken to have all said that is really, really, really weird. And maybe there's just the whole idea of a language barrier between USA and UK, but here, I can't tell you how odd that is. It's on another level. So, I'm sorry if you guys think I'm overreacting, but from where I'm from, this is not called overreacting, this is called being serious, because it's weird. But let's get into the next bit. So he then went on to say, if you tell a girl she's good looking, it's sexual harassment. That's not true. I see where he's coming from there, obviously, but it's not the same thing here. That isn't a compliment. And we weren't saying it's sexual. Well, we weren't saying it's sexual harassment, but it's just creepy. It's just really, really creepy that someone on their phone has a photo of Brad sleeping. And as Samantha said, she has 452 screenshots of Brad, and it is called stalking from where I'm from. Anyway, yeah. So he said that, and he says, if the worst thing you guys have going on is a girl liking you and watching a picture of you asleep, you don't really have that many problems in life. Again, this annoyed me a lot, and it still annoys me now because you don't know us. You don't know us at all. And we're annoyed about this because of our culture in the UK. I guess if we were living in the USA, it'd be completely different. But that is considered stalking here. And we do have things going on in life, as I said at the beginning of the video. And I can name everything about every single person. And you don't want to know it. You don't know the half of us. That's the thing. You don't know anything about us. As we don't know anything about you. I'm not trying to be horrible, but we don't know anything about you. We're not assuming anything about you, but you're doing that to us. So that's why I think it's unfair. But anyway, yeah, please don't keep assuming stuff. Let's move on to the next comment on our last video. This will be the last comment or review from our last video, but I'm going to try to be as nice as possible. But again, it is against me, so that's pretty hard. Anyway, yeah. My psychological take. I think the rest of the guys on BYW are jealous of Brad's rock star stud status. If you've ever had a good-looking friend or sibling, you'd know how freaking annoying it is to have everyone push you out of the way to look like the good-looking one. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you a little bit. I guess Brad's, had a few more, I don't know, girlfriends than me. I guess you could say I'm a bit jealous about that, but that's got nothing to do with it anyway. But I made Brad the good guy in this. When we were all starting off, just four of us, me, Ethan, Brad and Jamie, I said, I want to be the bad guy. Brad, you can be the good guy. I think that would work out best. So I'm not jealous of him in BYW because I literally gave him that role. And I keep on feeding Brad, like, in BYW. I haven't been champion for 30 episodes, more than that. And Brad was champion about 15 episodes ago. No, more than that, about 10, okay? So I keep on giving Brad more of a status because that's what I want in BYW. That's what I want him to have because that's how it works and that's how BYW is shaped out to be in the past. So that's why I do that for. But anyway, yeah, you can read through the rest if you want to. Let me get into one more thing that I want to talk about, then we're done. So this is what we were talking about last episode. This is the person that screenshotted a photo of Brad asleep. I think that this guy must have done this, then got in contact with Samantha and this girl called Abby and this guy called Dylan, to go and all do it themselves, because after that happened, I got 3 people adding me to do the same thing. And Samantha's talking about in the past how she wanted to see Brad asleep on a live stream or something, and then she had her chance basically on my story. So let's start off with it. Everybody saw what you guys did to Samantha. That's horrible. Bunch of guys gang bullying, humiliating a girl. Again, we're really sorry if we made her feel like that, but in our country, that is called sarcasm. And I thought it would be the exact same in USA, because, you know, it's just a joke. It's just a bit of sarcasm. We just wanted to have a laugh with her. If she had turned around to me and said, I actually really don't like the way you guys are treating me, I would have stopped everything, all the sarcasm and that. But she never did, so we never knew for a start. And it's not called bullying, it's not. But anyway, let's get into the next bit. Everybody could report your channel as bullying and have it taken down. And this is the main thing that we're really hurt about. People like you guys are reasons why girls commit suicide. As I've spoken about before, we've had people commit suicide that we've known in the past. We have people who feel that way and we're trying to help them, and I don't want to open up about it too much, but it's not something you want to say to someone that you don't know, because for all you know, we could have like a best mate or one of our mums who could have taken their own life, and it's got absolutely nothing to do with you. So please don't say things like that or use it as your subject in our comments. I know it's just this one person, but it still really hurt us to hear that when we're not the reason that happens. We're really not. It's not bullying, and we never intend to be bullies because we've been bullied in the past. Anyway, yeah, this is the end of the video. I was really annoyed last night. I have calmed down since then, so I am sorry to anyone that I completely lashed out on. I shouldn't have done that. But that video I filmed in the dark earlier this video was yesterday, and that's why I was being so harsh. But thank you guys for watching this. I'll see you in BYW 62. But yeah, this will be our last video on it. I won't ever mention this again. Sorry to Samantha if you did feel like we were bullying you. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.